Ang TNC po ay nakikiisa sa sambayan ng Pilipino para sa isang mapayapang bagong Pasko.
Ang bagong Pasko ay simbolo ng bagong pag-asa. Ito ay isang pagkakataon upang ating mapagnilayan ang mga kaganapan sa ating buhay.
Ang diwa ng bagong Pasko ay hindi mararamdaman sa mga palamuti o karangyaan sa ating kapaligiran, kundi sa alab ng pag-ibig sa ating mga dibdib.
Lahat tayo ay nakaranas ng hirap nitong taon na to. Dahil sa pandemya, nawalan tayo ng oportunidad. Kahit na anong mangyari, pinipilit pa din natin makapagbigay ng saya sa iba. Yan ang diwa ng bagong Pasko.
Para sa akin, ang bagong Pasko ay hindi concerned sa handaan o sa mga regalo. Sharing, giving, taking care of each other. Sana simula ngayong bagong Pasko, ganun na lahat tayo.
Maraming salamat po sa New Channel. Maligayang Pasko.
Christmas is always a reminder to have an attitude of gratitude. And that means sharing the love and appreciating everything that matters to you.
Christmas is a celebration of life.
And let us all be grateful that we are enjoying God's gift of life.
Ang bagong Pasko ay simple at payak, nakasentro sa ating pamilya at sa ating Panginoon.
I want to remind everyone that we should treasure the connection that we have. We have our friends, our family, and of course, Jesus Christ.
Para sa akin, ang diwa ng Pasko hindi nagbabago man kailan. Ito ay panahon ng pagmamahalan, pag-iibigan. Walang makakatalo sa pagmamahal na binigay sa atin ng Panginoon.
Maraming salamat po, The New Channel. Maligayang Pasko!
Ang tunay na diwa ng bagong Pasko ay hindi lang paghahangad ng mga regalo o mga bagong bagay. Ito ay ang pagpapahalaga sa mga bagay na meron na tayo at ang matutunang ibahagi ito sa mga nangangailangan.
Maraming salamat po sa New Channel.
Dapat din natin tandaan ang totoong diwa ng Pasko, si Kristo Jesus. Noon, ngayon, at magpakailanman.
Ang bagong Pasko para kanako, dili ang masigarbong pagsaulog, kundi ang pag-ambit o ginabang sa mga taong mas nanginahanglan ng panahon sa pandemya.
Ang diwa ng bagong Pasko ay ang pag-iingat sa ating mga sarili, pagiging ligtas sa kapamakan, at pagpapabuti sa ating kalusugan.
Maraming salamat po sa New Channel. Maligayang Pasko.
Maraming salamat sa New Channel. Maligayang Pasko.
Ngayong bagong Pasko, isabuhay natin at maging saksi sa kaganapan sa Belen.
What does the new Christmas mean to me? It means reconnecting. Reconnecting with the people you love, the people you care about, the people you have not spoken with in a long time, that always made you happy.
We should never forget, Christ is still the reason for the season.
The new Christmas for us is focusing on the basic unit of society, which is your family, and virtual togetherness with friends and relatives.
And of course, sharing your blessings to others in need.
Celebrate Christmas with full of gratitude.
Ang Pasko ay tungkol sa pagmamahal mo sa pamilya mo at pagiging mabuti sa kapwa.
Christmas is the season of giving, but you cannot give if your hands are closed. So open your hands and your hearts and give. In your open hands, we receive so much more.
Christmas is the season of giving. It is best spent with our families. But let us not also forget that this is the celebration of the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Para sa akin, ang diwa ng bagong Pasko ay ang pagkakaroon ng mas madaming oras para sa ating mga pamilya.
Maraming salamat sa New Channel. Maligayang Pasko!
Christmas is always about sharing and caring, loving ourselves, and loving others.
Ang bagong Pasko para sa akin, malayo man tayo sa isa't isa, ang pagmamahal ay atin pa rin maipadarama. Maligayang Pasko po at manigong bagong taon sa inyong lahat.
sa lapit mo'y nagalaw na ang iyong tuwa at saya, napalitan ng kaba. Itatanong may pag-asa pa. Ang hamon na panahon ngayon, tayo'y pinaglayo ng pagkakataon. Ngunit ikaw nag-iisa, huwag ka nang mangangamba. May kasama ka kahit nasan ka pa. Malayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y malilinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa na bagong Pasko. Sabihin mo ang bagong umaga, sa pagkakatapay bumangon ka. Sa Paskong darating, pangarap ay tuloy pa rin. Kapayapaan ang maghahari sa atin. Malayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnininig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa na bagong Pasko. Kahit na magkalayo, ikaw ang lagi nasa puso. Kahit nasaan ka pa, tama pa rin ang pagsinta. Ang pagsinta, malayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnihinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa na bagong Pasko. Ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnihinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa na bagong Pasko. Pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa na bagong Pasko.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers, They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, we're the Talkers. I'm Chino.
I'm Tricia, and you're watching After Shift, powered by the new channel.
Helping you see the new you. Alright, good evening everybody. It's December 4th. Welcome to Friday Booze Night. It is our seventh episode for season 2. Oh, di ba? Hindi pa ako umiinom nun. Yeah, sobrang excited kami to bring this show to you guys. Catch us live every Wednesday and Friday night, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. here on the new channel. And if you missed our episode last Wednesday with Sheila Toralba, our DIY expert, please catch them on the recorded video for TNC's Facebook and YouTube channel. Ayan, Tricia, hello. 21 days before Christmas. Kita mo ba? 21 days before Christmas.
I know. Wait lang, Chino. Napansin ko may pa-biceps ka ngayon. Anong inspiration niyang shirt na yan?
Hindi ko alam pero anyway, shout out to our Armor On family. And aside from shirts, meron din silang ganito klase ng mga lifestyle outfits. So, yeah. I'm feeling hot today, Tricia, kaya ko mag-sleeveless. Kaya ko tanggalin nyo na
Every Friday nga pala, let me remind our viewers that we will ask you to bring your favorite drink. So, tonight, I'm having... Pwede na sabihin siguro. This is Smirnoff.
It's Smirnoff.
Ayun, ikaw, Chino.
Yeah. Ako, back to H ako. Yan.
So, cheers muna tayo.
Cheers tayo. For an awesome episode for tonight.
And cheers to Fridays.
Yes, definitely.
Last day of the working week. Yan.
I
weekend
know. Yes, so guys, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang Friday Booze Night. Like we keep on saying, hindi yan limited to alcoholic drinks. Kahit na anong klaseng drink yan, mapa-coffee man yan, ang mas importante sa amin is makakwentuhan namin kayo tonight. Because medyo mainit. Kaya ako nakasleeveless ngayon Medyo mainit ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon. Pero very, very fun for sure. Yan. So, Tricia, kamusta?
Okay naman ako. Very productive today. Sobra. Siyempre, Friday, alam mo na, most workers cram on a Friday. Mag-agree ka dyan. Huwag kang
Okay, fine, yes. Cramming for the next week.
Oo.
Especially, dami natin mga at least for my experience in the organization, marami na mga naka-leave ng Friday and ng Monday, kaya daming extended weekends sa office namin. Sa inyo ba, Trish? Marami na bang nag-leave because it's December already?
Meron naman mga ilan-ilan. Pero kasi with my line of work, medyo peak season sa amin kasi ang Burr months, you know, because I work for a bank. Yung mga padala ng mga remittance for the holidays. So, yan. Medyo marami kaming ginagawa during this time of the year. By the way, Chino, may napansin ako, di ba? Yes. December really is cold season So, napansin mo ba na medyo malamig na ang simoy ng hangin?
Actually, hindi ko alam kung ba't ako naiinitan. Pero siguro sa labas, yes. Malamig na talaga ang simoy ng hangin. And aside from that, Tricia, I noticed as well na medyo maaga dumidilim. Have you noticed that?
Right.
I noticed na, kanina, for example, around 4:30, almost 5 in the afternoon, medyo madilim na. Akala ko nga it was about to rain, but apparently not. Talagang mas madilim lang siguro ngayon dahil December na. Kaya, napapaaga yung dilim. Diba? So, yun.
Oo. So, marami na namang maipapanganak sa sa month ng September ba yun?
Anyway. Basta 9 months from now.
9 months from now.
Oo. Tricia, speaking of malamig, ang simoy ng hangin and all that, pagiging this, ba o mainit ang iyong Pasko?
Aba, syempre naman, mainit ang aking Pasko because madaming mga taong nagmamahal sa atin. Syempre, naibigay na din ang ibigay mo na ang aming Christmas bonus. Ayan, naibigay na. Ubus na actually. So, masaya ang Pasko.
Actually, totoo yan. Maraming taong nag-iinit, maintay ang Christmas bonuses. And pagdating ng time na maibigay na yung Christmas bonuses, wala na, malamig na naman. So, I'm very, very happy na nakuha mo na yung Christmas bonus mo, Tricia. And just to remind you, please, ingat-ingat lang at hinay-hinay lang sa pag-spend.
Right.
Pati sa mga viewers natin, by the way, ingat-ingat at hinay lang sa pag-spend.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, spend your money wisely. And speaking of which, 'di ba? So sabi nga nung ating DIY expert next month, not necessarily kailangan mong bumili ng mga mamahaling regalo as long as it came from the heart and you can personalize it. There are ways naman on how you can personalize it, 'di ba?
Tama. By the way, shout out again to Shia Toralba. I'm not sure if she's about to tune in or she's tuning in right now. Again, she was our guest last Wednesday, our DIY expert. And also want to greet the Fast family, Fast Fam, Maki, X, and of course, Chucky. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Correct.
Yan.
Thank you. Uy, sabi ni Ingrid, tikila tayo, Tricia.
Ayun. Hi, Ingrid. Cheers tayo dyan mamaya.
Cheers tayo dyan. Pero may hindi talaga magandang impluwensya ang tequila. Kaya yung tequila sa to
Ayan. Uy, sabi ni Danica, agree Tricia, it's not a fun Friday for workers. Totoo naman. Minsan yung iba masaya kasi looking forward to the weekend, pero yung iba naman cramming talaga on a Friday. Kaya it depends talaga on the person, on the worker. Ayan. Sabi rin ni Yanina de Guzman. And by the way, guys, we're reading comments right now because we really want to interact with you guys this Friday Boost Night. Correct. Again, mainit-init yung topic natin mayang konti lang. We'll talk about that. Gusto lang natin mag-go over the comment section really quickly. Yanina de Guzman says, Happy Boost Night, Mr. Tricia and Chibo. Hi! Chibo.
Typo lang yan,
typo lang. And Chino, Misty, what's your drink for tonight? Cheers, everyone. Oy, Misty, shout out to you. Okay? Please, share your drink with us. Maki-jam ka sa amin tonight. This booze night. Yan, kina-call out ka ni Yanina. Ayan, si Misty. Yanina, tsaa-tsaa lang po. Cheers to all tea lovers. Alright. Pwede. Yan. Sabi ni Isa, hi, Tricia and Chino. Hello to you, Isa.
Hi,
welcome to the show once again. Yan. Dami nating active viewers today. Keep those comments. Maki said, Sup, Bang King. Alam ko na yan, si King. Welcome din yan sa show. Maki Saliendra. Uy, by the way, shout out to Chef Dad. Yung Chef Dad ni Maki Saliendra, it just opened on YouTube. So please, subscribe kayo dyan. Marami kayong matutunan na maraming recipes and all that coming directly from the Chef Dad himself, Maki Saliendra. So shout out to you, Maki.
Correct.
So,
minsan patulin mo naman kami, Maki,
Oo nga. Welcome ang Maki's Kitchen dito sa Aftershave.
Right.
Yan. Yan. So, Trish, ready ka na ba? Ready ka na ba pag-usapan ang mga pag-usapan?
Mga bagay-bagay? Oo naman.
Ang mga bagay-bagay. Kaya nga tayo makiinom tonight because, sige na nga, dahil kinakabahan ka na, na-feel ko na Kaya tayo, cheers. Yan. Oh, by the way, before we begin also, I wanna give a big shout out to to June and Owel. Medyo busy sila ngayon. That's totally fine. But yes, yun naman nakikipag-communicate naman palagi yung mga yan. So shout out to you guys. I hope you guys are well. Oh, sige na, Trish, one last shout out na. Shout out to my to my nieces, si Sari at saka si Ian at saka si Sari. Ayan.
Hello.
Yan, mamaya makikipaglaro na naman ako sa after the show. So, simulan na natin ang dapat walan.
Yes.
We thought about a certain topic for Friday Boost Night tonight, no? And something that's not, I wanna believe pa rin, no, na napapanahon. Actually, lagi naman napapanahon na itong topic na to, Trish, eh. But since it's December, and I asked you earlier, kamusta ba ang magiging Christmas natin? Malamig ba o mainit? And this goes out to the viewers also. Paano ba, or how will you spend your Christmas? Magiging mainit ba or malamig ang inyong Christmas? Ang pag-uusapan natin tonight ay, Dating 101. Okay? Naisip kasi namin, how do you, yung comment ko kanina or yung post ko kanina, no, when I was promoting the show, do we really need to pause, yung love during the pandemic? Kasi yung pandemic, ang dating ngayon is very, very limited to just probably online nga lang or social media. Pero do we really need to pause, just because nagkaroon ng pandemic? And I'm talking about love. How do we stay connected to the people around us? Yung mga crush natin, yung mga gustuhan natin, or simply yung mga friends natin, Another thing that we also want to ask everybody is, does online dating really work? Siguro si Trish, baka may ma-share mamaya ng mga experience about dating. Yung may experience yata. Yata lang, ha? And last question siguro would be, how long will it last? Is online dating really gonna last? Siguro dating in general, of course, yes. Depende yan kung gaano mo kagusto yung person.
Yeah.
Pero yung online dating in particular, Trish, yun ang gusto kong malaman eh. Talaga bang nag-work? Talaga bang tumatagal to? Diba? So those are the questions that I have for Tricia, for the show, for the audience. Okay, so guys, if you know the answer, if you have an experience that you want to share in relation to these questions that I just asked, please put them or place them on the comment section down below. Yan. Ganito ka interesting and kainit yung topic natin for tonight. Yan. So so share ko lang, no, Trish. Nag-research ako ng konti, konti lang naman.
Okay, sige, go. Ano yung na-research mo?
And according to, I saw this website, mentalhealth.net. Okay? There are 4 obvious, and again, quote-unquote, obvious stages of dating. Okay? 4 stages, obvious stages of dating. And the first stage is the initial meeting or the first meeting that actually is related to attraction. Okay? So, I think lahat naman yan ang pinagdadaanan, di ba? Unang-una sa lahat, mamimit mo yung tao, makakalimuha mo, papakilala sa'yo ng barkada mo. And then obviously, yung attraction is built as you get to meet this person. So, Trish, ano bang comments mo or tingin mo about that first stage of dating? The first meetup or the attraction. Do you remember those times or instances na nag-date ka? And yun nga, initial was you got really attracted to this particular person. Siguro physical or what? Yeah, what do you have for
naman, siguro, I guess for me, I'm just speaking for myself. Yun naman siguro talaga yung unang part talaga ng relationship is you are physically attracted to the person. And then, it follows na lang siguro kung drive yung personalities nyo, yung values, and siguro yung wavelength. For some people, that's important that you have the same wavelength and you can talk about certain things. Pero yun nga yung medyo mahirap at the moment because of the pandemic. So it's really hard to meet people in person. And in relation to what you're saying, Chino, sa dating app naman, possible naman yan. That's the first thing you actually notice Wow, dating app expert. Charot. Hindi naman. Nag-ano lang ako. For this episode, I did my research as well. So I have an account. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yun naman talaga. di ba pag chinek mo, that's the first thing eh. It's either you swipe right or you swipe left. Ganun
Yes.
lang naman siya.
Yes, so I just remembered way back let's veer away really quickly from online dating lang. Yung traditional dating, yung traditional pagkilala dun sa person, no. And let's talk about what 90s for example. Wala pang cellphone talaga nun eh. Yung time na yun.
Talaga, no, 90s.
Yeah, early to mid 90s. Wala pang cellphone eh. Ang mga ang naalala ko, ang mga may cellphone lang nun, mga businessmen, corporate people. Obviously yung mga parents natin nalalaki ng mga cellphone during that time, 'di ba? Yung mga digital pa na Diyos ko, pwede mo na i-backpack yung baterya nung phone, but yeah, but pretty much if you're technically parang nakikipag-meet ka lang with people, gumigimik ka and whatnot, technically namang cellphone eh. Ang meron ng telephone. So pwede exchange kayo ng number, telephone lang. Tapos if gusto mo na parang another meet up, yung kayong dalawa lang, mahirap eh, kasi eyeball lang talaga to, literally. So that's where the eyeball came from. May 80s pa, and talaga literally, you will just wait and depend and trust the person that you spoke with on the phone and see siya yun, yung tao na yun, no? And, so, for the first time around, or hindi mo pa talaga siya nami-meet at all. So, ang hirap eh. But now, in this technology, in this time of ours, no, 2020 going into 2021, social media has been very, very strong, I would say. It played a strong suit in terms of how we meet people, and like what you said earlier, either you swipe left or you swipe right. And pero ang isa lang na tanong ko dito, Tricia, is paano mo malalaman kung talagang totoo tong tao na tong nakita mo sa social media? How would you know? How would you validate if this person is legit?
Ako, based on my experience, na naman tayo sa based on my experience.
Yeah, sige na. Oh.
Syempre, I've explored dating apps, and especially right now because I'm single. One way to actually check kung legit is basically you ask people if they have a social media account. Yun siguro yung weird nowadays, because when you ask people on dating apps kung mayroon silang social media, sometimes they would say, most of the time actually, they would say they don't. And which is something weird for me. Kasi when you take a look at their pictures on the dating app, very Instagrammable. And you can see naman na inedit nila yung mga picture nila. And I think for me, it's a red flag na wala silang social media account. I don't know. Let's ask our viewers. Siguro for me, that's one. That's one way to know kung this person is legit or not, diba?
Yeah.
Also yung number of pictures sa profile nila.
Yeah, actually, totoo yun, Trish. I agree with you. Parang minsan, sobrang edited na talaga, no? Although hindi pa naman natin siguro malalaman kung siya talaga yun in person or not, because you haven't seen the person on. But and stuff that you actually read and see on social media. So kung medyo masyadong perfect, tapos isang photo lang siguro yan, baka hindi legit, no? So, again, hindi naman tayo nagja-judge dito. There's no right or wrong here. But this is just us talking about it based on experience, based on what we know about dating, no? Especially in this pandemic. So, guys, again, we're appealing to everybody. Make sure that you are very, very careful whenever you encounter or, browse through different accounts on social media. Make sure natin na na legit yan. Tama ka din sinabi mo pag maraming photos, pwede, no? May possibility na legit tong tao na to. Pero kung yung isang photo pa yan, parang artista pa, picture pa ng artista. I mean, medyo fishy talaga no? Obviously. So, yan, yung photo na yun will really say a lot about the person for sure. Yan.
Correct.
So, meron pa gusto i-share, Trish?
No, let's take a look at the comments. I was actually browsing through some of the comments. Very interesting yung mga comments.
Go. Tingnan natin. Yan. Sabi ni Maki, scary yan, Pop, sa picture lang. Baka magaling mag-Asian makeup yan. Dapat swimming party muna. Totoo, dapat swimming party muna kasi wala yan, tanggal lahat yan. Pero siguraduhin din natin na hindi waterproof. Baka mamaya hindi naman natatanggal yung makeup kahit mag-swimming. So, pero you have a point, Maki. I totally agree with you, bro. Kailangan talaga ma-meet mo yung tao and makeup out. Ano yan? Sans, di ba? Or no sans ba yan?
Right.
Oo, no makeup at all. Yan. Sabi ni Danica, FB ko nakita ulit yung Love My Life. Oh, you know the story behind Chino. Oo nga, tama ka dyan, Danny. Oo, you shared that with me. And mukha namang nung kinikwento mo siya sa akin, legit naman talaga yung yung story. Pero kayo history, hindi lang siya during the time that the pandemic happened. So, yours is really a legit story, I would say. Thank you for sharing that, Danny. Oh, Maki ulit. Kay Tricia ako. Bata mo ko. Ayan. Tricia, lumadami na yung fans mo. Ayan.
Hi, Maki.
Yan. Sabi ni Ingrid Mapua, ayoko ng phone pal dati. Lagi, sinasabi, boses lalaki ako. Pinan siya kagad dahil sa boses. Hindi ba pwedeng mababa lang ang boses? Hindi ba pwedeng mababa lang?
Bedroom voice, ganyan.
Uy, Ingrid, speaking of voice on the phone, I remember Tricia back then, pagka nagkipag-usap ako sa mga girls on the phone, ang unang impression talaga nila sa akala nila babae ako because of my voice. Kasi may times na parang mataas yung voice ko for a guy. And yun nga, parang ang unang impression, akala ko babae ka. So, Ingrid, don't worry, naiintindihan kita. We're on the same boat. Hindi ba pwedeng yun nga, mababa lang ang boss mo kahit girl ka? Or mataas ang boss ko dahil lalaki ako? Hindi naman dahil sa, sa ganun, or ibang opposite tayo, no?
Right.
Danny says, ilang beses kami nag-thanks bye ng classmate ko sa mga ganyan noong 90s. Coming from all-girls school. Oy, Tricia, galing ka ba sa all-girls? Speaking of dating?
Hindi,
galing ka ba?
Co-ed ako. And feeling ko talaga, hindi ako makaka-survive sa all-girls school. Kasi I don't know, mas close ako sa mga guys because I like their company. Parang less drama, more tawanan, more kulitan. Yung downside lang noon actually is you get to know yung mga, alam mo na, yung mga nasty move ng guys. So, kaya hindi agad-agad ako naloloko.
Alam mo na yung mga alam mo na yung mga tricks namin, yung mga behind the namin. Ayan, sabi ni King, Chino, teach us, show us the way. Naku po, ikaw ang king kaya king ikaw kasi ikaw talaga magtuturo sa amin ng daan kung paano gagawin ng dating. But anyway, na-ask ko lang kanina, Trish, yung in relation to if you're in an all-girls school or not. Kasi, obviously, that has something to do with how you would, perceive dating. Kahit ngayon, in this generation, that's online, that's social media driven. Kasi, like in my case too, back then, co-ed din ang school ko good thing my parents also enrolled me in a co-ed school. Kasi iba yung interaction kita mo agad meron kang nakakausap na mga girls. Unlike siguro pagka nasa exclusive school ka na all boys or all girls school, the adjustment will be, siguro if I were to put myself in their shoes, it will be slightly different kasi you have to wait pa for college to happen before you get to meet other girls or people of the opposite gender or sex. So that's why, in relation to what's happening now, in the pandemic or in our social media age, I remember marami ng schools ngayon ang nagsiswitch to co-ed, okay? Nababawasan na ng konti yung mga exclusive schools. And at the same time, it's also kind of proving that hindi naman din wala namang impact din kung co-ed or exclusive school ka, especially with our age right now. Basta meron kang social media account, basta online ka palagi, you always have the opportunity to meet different people. Whether it be pinakilala ka ng friend mo, or pwedeng ikaw yung nag-search yourself, di ba? Na-try mo ba yun, Trish, kahit at one time, to search for a random person na parang, wala lang, sige lang, magtitingin lang ako kung sino lang ang nasa social media, and then, interesting tong taong to, looks interesting, makikipag-message ako. Na-try mo yun, ever?
Siguro nitong pandemic. Because I was so bored. Wala yung mga ka-close, pero yung mga ka-chat mo before, na you were asking, nasa na ba sila ngayon? And
yes.
you know, what's happening to them. So, yun, I get to reconnect with some people. Mga ganong situation naman. Pero, hindi naman in a sense na, you know, you're trying to date or something. Kasi, ako for me, at this moment, siguro, yung dating for me is really hard because,
yes.
Ang hirap kasi because you're just meeting people online, and currently naman talaga yun siguro yung best way to meet someone at the moment because of the pandemic is to meet someone online, unless you have a friend na, you know, matagal mo nang kakilala and then suddenly you became single and is interested in you. I know we have some viewers whose experience is like that na kakilala nila before and then when they got single, mga tinatawag nating abangers. Diba? Sana may abangers ako, Chino. How I wish.
Yan, hindi lang siguro natin alam as of this moment. Malalaman natin yan for sure in the very, very near future. But for now, guys, abang-abang lang na tayo because we're gonna be pausing for some announcements. Tune in or stay tuned to After Shift. Alright, welcome back to After Shift. And maybe si Tricia, kung kahit pa paano inspirasyon, kahit After Shift tuloy sa Armor On rather. Shout out to Armor On Philippines for my outfit for tonight. Again, for the best sports and life apparel in the Philippines, please visit Armor On Philippines in Quezon City. Again, for the best sports and lifestyle apparel here in the country, visit Armor On. Be armored. All right. Thank you so much, Armor On. So, going back to our very hot topic, Tricia. Okay. So again, we're talking about dating 101. It doesn't. So, meron tayong tinatouch na dating during this pandemic or online dating. Meron din tayong nagtatouch on din tayo dun sa dating in the past or how it was in the past. or even prior to this pandemic. So again, I mentioned earlier, according to mentalhealth.net, and we talked about the first stage, which is first attraction, diba? So the second stage, according to mentalhealth.net, okay, of dating, the second stage is curiosity, interest, and infatuation. Okay? Now, what can you say about this one, Trisha? Curious ba? Merong word na curiosity. Curious ka? You're interested, you're into it, and of course, yung word na infatuation. Okay? So, what can you say about this?
Ako, I would relate to to online siguro.
Yes.
Kasi yung ex ko I met as well online. So, I think yun nga yung common interest that you share, tapos parang naisip mo, parang may ganito palang tao na halos, yung gusto ko, nasasakyan niya, and then yung gusto niya, nasasakyan ko. And I guess yun yung second stage talaga is when you continually talking to the person. Siguro yun yung one good thing about dating online is because you talk more, and siguro naman pabang may mga katotohanan naman doon. No? You get to read as well between the lines kung merong kasinungalingan, di ba? Or lies that are being said. Pero yun siguro yung maganda doon is you communicate a lot versus compared with my yung mga na-meet mo personally, kasi siguro pag you meet the person, may konting hiyaan pa.
Yes,
and then medyo tumagal-tagal na, that's when you get to see yung talagang ugali. Well, it's pretty much the same naman din kung you meet a person online, kasi when you meet in the physical world, kung outside of the cyber world na, then I guess that's also the time that you get to see and notice kung paano ba siya as a person, 'di ba? Ikaw ba, Chino, have you tried yung mga online dating before and actually meet a person?
Actually, no. Like, I guess what you're trying to ask me is parang it was initiated via social media or via online.
Or,
and then imi-meet mo yung tao outside, as you've met them online. Sadly, Trish, hindi ko siya na-experience. Hindi ko siya nagawa na yung mag-initiate really online. Because siguro it has something to do with my personality, I guess. I'm the type of guy kasi na gusto ko, nakikita ko talaga, gusto ko physically, I can talk to this person, I can talk to this girl, natatanong ko, nababasa ko, nakikita ko yung reaction ng mukha. Kaya nga, ito something lang that just came into mind, no? Pagka naman online dating, right? There are some people naman who are shy, like what you said, shy naman to show themselves even on camera. Like for example, kunyari for the first time mag-meet tayo and then tara Zoom tayo or video chat tayo. May mga ibang tao na nahihiya According to some of my friends who I asked about this, nahihiya the first time. So ikaw naman, as the one who's trying to really socialize, right? Parang may question mark dito Bakit ayaw niya magpakita? Nahihiya ba siya? May acne ba siya? Meron ba siyang bungi? Whatever. So malaking bagay, at least, if you are to ask me, malaking bagay sa akin talaga yung you get to see the person, whether it be video or whether it be physical. Kasi doon na-validate number one na totoo yung tao na yun, legit yung tao na yun. And number two, I like the idea of asking them directly, and I like the idea of me watching them, how they answer. Makita mo yung facial expression. Pagka kasi walang video, kunyari sa phone lang, or walang video online, hindi mo alam kung naglalaro lang or kung nag-act lang yung tao Diba? Kasi madali na naman mag-ano ng boses But if you see the person, that's a totally different story. So, sadly hindi ko ito na-experience. And traditionalist ako, I would say, I would still go, if I'm still available, no? I would still go for yung talagang traditional, which is to meet the person physically. And at the same time, I want to say this, okay? To a lot of people, please tell me if I'm wrong, pero this is one of the most exciting stages in the dating process. Kasi ito, Trish, walang as much as possible, ayaw mo magkamali. You will really try and see the best about this person, and the person will actually, place his or her foot forward, best foot forward. Talagang malinis, flawless. Ito yung stage na yan. Kaya ito yung isa sa mga pinakamasaya. Kasi nga, talagang walang away to. Parang pagka pinagbuksan mo ng pinto, such a gentleman. Gaganyan yung mga girls. Diba? Yung mga guys naman, pag pinagsilbihan, wow, ang sweet-sweet mo naman, ganyan-ganyan. Talagang, hindi, joke lang. Pero, hindi, kasi sabi ko lang, na talagang sobrang flawless ng second stage na to. Okay? Again, there is infatuation. Pagka sweet sa'yo yung tao and vice versa, lalo kang nadodraw lalong lumalalim yung interest mo and curiosity mo about this person. So, anywho, Tricia, ikaw, tanongin kita. Ay, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I would just like to comment on what you said, no? Which is, I think, that is what's missing at the moment. Yung physical presence, because at the moment, you just talk to the person online, and it's hard really to meet someone in person and siguro be intimate because unang-una, there's COVID, and siguro you may want to ask yung nila, no? Yung kung meron silang COVID results. just to check, diba? Na before you meet them, na wala silang COVID, na hindi sila, positive for it. Kaya siguro yun yung challenge for me. But I would like to ask you, Chino, I'm curious about this. How about those people right now who are in a long-term relationship or are in a relationship? How do you think the pandemic affected your relationship? Kasi ako, I know it affected me a lot because it cost me to be single. No, joke lang. Pero ikaw, Chino, what do you think? How did the pandemic affected your relationship?
Well, if you're to ask me, obviously, it's a good, or it's something positive, simply because hindi positive COVID, pero positive kasi ngayon may time talaga, magkasama kayo sa isang house, lagi kayo nagkikita, right? So yung missed opportunities when there was still no pandemic, na syempre, like in my case, magkaiba kami ng work, magkaiba kami minsan ng schedule, although ngayon pareho na kami ng schedule, but the idea of just not being able to see each other for 11, 12 hours in before pandemic or prior to the pandemic versus ngayon na lagi mo kasama kasi nga work from home, it's totally different obviously, and that's why I said na positive siya kasi nga meron ka ng time ngayon, mas madalas kayong nag-uusap, mas madalas yung bonding time, and like what I said in one of our previous episodes, kami madalas na ng bonding time namin with our family, with our respective families. Kami nakaka-uwi ngayon, nakakasama yung mga nieces ko, ganyan. So, overall sa akin, Trish, positive to. The only thing that's negative, obviously, for everybody, not just myself, is hindi ka talaga makalabas. Hindi ka maka-date literally. Di ba? Yung makapunta ka sa, to have dinner, to watch the movies, to even go shopping. Walang ganun because, syempre, paranoid tayo because of the pandemic. So, yun lang yung wala. Pero I think everybody can live with that because for as long as you have your family members with you, particularly your loved ones with you, then there shouldn't be any problem.
Right. Oy, I would just like to read the comment by Danica Paula Solis. Direct, if we can show that yung it affected plans, the mental health leading to breakup. But the good part on this is when the breakup happened, you both realize how hard it is not to be with each other. We appreciated each other, more understanding and patience. Siguro, I think yun nga, siguro yung negative part ng pandemic is since the pandemic stresses you out, so you are affected and also the people around you gets affected, diba?
Right.
I think, and your experience is really good, Chino, no? That I think positive yung effect niya in your relationship between you and your wife. Na you have more time together, but there are people that we know, diba, Chino, who had it the hard way, which is it caused their relationship to end because of the pandemic, and I guess that's one, no, because you're stressed with the pandemic and with the issue na yun, it stresses you out, and you because of the stress, yun, your relationship suffered because of it.
Yeah.
Some naman realize that dahil marami kang time para mag-isip because you're in a lockdown.
Yes.
Yon. Sabi nga ni Brian Alejo, hugot pa, Tricia Montemayor. Oh, excuse me, hindi ako mahugot. This is a real observation from... ano?
Cheers tayo tayo. Cheers tayo dyan.
Dahil dyan, cheers tayo dyan.
Welcome to Friday Booze Night, everybody.
Ayan. No, what I was just saying is, yun nga, may mga bagay kang na-realize na maybe you're not happy about it, about your situation. And sabi nga, maybe it's getting long overdue. So perhaps the pandemic was the best time, to just end it. Yan, mga ganong bagay, Chino.
Sabi ni Angelica nga, getting to know each other stage, batang 90s. And sabi niya, based on experience ba, Tricia? Nako po, patay. Ikaw na naman ang napupantirya dito.
Wait lang Ange, kailangan mong i-share din yung experience mo later, ha? Sa comment section.
Yeah, sabi ni King, uy, si Tricia may hugot.
Wala, mga lang, narinig ko lang sa mga friends ko, mga kwento nila.
And it's before we get to the next stage, what's really important is like what Danny said earlier, yung patience and understanding. Dito talaga matitest. True love is really going to be tested based on your patience and understanding towards your partner, especially in this pandemic, especially in this online stage. And this also has something to do with yung mga tao na long distance relationship. LDR. Oh, grabe. Pandemic na LDR pa. Parang sobrang hirap nun, Trish.
Pero ako, Chino, I think yung mga tao who is in an LDR, feeling ko mas kaya nilang i-survive. Their relationship can survive the pandemic because one, before the pandemic, actually, hindi naman sila magkasama physically, but I guess parang sa kanila, normal lang yung they talk online and they just meet siguro physically from time to time, di ba? Right. So I guess the pandemic is not really a big deal on their relationship. What do you think, Chino?
Siguro, the only thing lang that is, I would say, different in terms of yung LDR prior to the pandemic and LDR after the pandemic is it changes or alters your mental perception towards, the both of you, towards a relationship. Parang, kasi syempre, nandun yung partner mo sa ibang bansa, right? Ibang time zone. Hindi mo alam yung totoong nangyayari doon sa unless ibalita lang sa'yo ng partner mo. So, again, this pandemic has really, made a lot of people, I would say, paranoid, crazy, and everything else. Nakakatakot talaga, Tricia, di ba? Alam naman natin lahat yan. Nakakatakot. And yun nga iniisip mo yun, plus iniisip mo pa yung sustaining this particular relationship. So, tama ka in a sense. I agree with you na kaya nila i-survive to. But again, once that the mental aspect kicks in relation to the pandemic, medyo maiba ng konti ang usapan. But again, to those who are experiencing it right now, please let us know in the comment section. Gusto namin makarinig ng story ng ganito. Okay? All right. So, again, 4 stages of dating according to mentalhealth.net. The first stage is the first meeting or the attraction stage.
Right.
Second is curiosity, interest, and infatuation. Now let's go to the third stage of dating. Again, according to mentalhealth.net, third stage is the enlightenment stage. The being a couple stage. All right. Trish, your thoughts about this one?
Being a couple. Ano ba? For me, yung being a couple would be siguro yun na yung official kayo, no? And I guess if that's the case, you can already make plans, for the future. Kasi naman, di ba, when you date, for me, kasi that's the last part, Yung parang feeling mo, siya na talaga yung forever. Di ba? Kahit walang mga naniniwala dyan sa forever, meron namang forever. Di ba, Chino? Do you agree?
Oo naman. Meron namang forever. Totoo naman yun. Hindi naman pwedeng,
diba?
We can just say na wala naman talagang forever based on other people's experience.
Correct.
My advice, experience it yourself. As you get to meet a person, as you engage yourself with a person, commit yourself to a person, dun mo lang masasabi if there is really forever. Yan, sabi ni King, the only ones that are affected by this pandemic are the ones in a relationship that is not meant to be. Pwede, sir.
Wow, ang ganda niya na.
Bro,
I like that,
pwede.
King.
Oo, kaya lang, a lot of people would ask, paano mo malalaman kung hindi talaga meant to be? Pwedeng pwede nilang gamitin itong pandemic, as a reason para nila sabihin na, nga, baka nga hindi talaga kami. I remember what you said earlier, Tricia. This pandemic made a lot of people think, assess, process, ano ba talaga yung mangyayari dito sa kanilang mga relationship, no? Let's also try to read the one from Yanina de Guzman Peña. I agree with the negative effects of the pandemic, stress here and there, but it also teaches us to be patient, understanding, and most of all, pandemic gave us time to reflect. What do we want? What do we want to be with? Or who do we want to be with? What matters or is what matters the most? See, we just mentioned it. Thank you, Yanina, for sharing that because talagang malakas makaisip or mapaisip ka talaga, as you go through this pandemic situation that we have. Ang dami mong, hindi ka pwede lumabas walang distraction Nasa bahay ka lang. So, aaliwin mo na yung sarili mo, di ba? And one of the aliw sa sarili is, of course, your relationship. Iisipin mo, ano ba, kami ba talaga? May forever ba? So on and so forth.
Brian Alejo said, basahin mo, Chino.
The lockdown paved the way for someone's freedom. Free from the chains of former love. Hey! Tricia, can you care to share?
Care to share talaga?
Hindi pinalagsag si Tricia dito.
They put on the spot mo naman ako, Chino. Well, I guess siguro yung mga tao na eto lang ang masasabi ko sa inyo. Direct pakifocus. yung mga nakipag-break during or na binrake during the pandemic. Siguro unang-una yung iisipin is yung taong or yung partner ko walang puso, no? Binrake ako, pandemic pa. 'Di ba? Para ang hirap kumilos, especially if you live together, 'di ba? Parang what will happen to my finances? This is the person that I'm used to see every day, 'di ba? Pero if you come to think of it, if you are single at the moment, think of it as a gift. Okay?
Right.
One, a gift for you to love yourself more. And I guess, isipin mo na lang, mas okay nga mag-isa ka ngayon because, 'di ba? Hindi ka mahawa ng COVID. but kidding aside, I guess kidding aside would be one, you can reflect, 'di ba? What do you really want? And of course, enjoy this time of being single because sabi nga 'di ba nila, the greatest love of all is to love yourself. 'Di ba? Self-love talaga 'yan. Sabi nga if you don't love yourself, how else can you love other people? So unang-una, mahalin niyo muna yung sarili niyo, 'di ba? So yun lang yung advice ko sa ating lahat na may pinagdadaanan ngayong pandemic.
Cheers tayo dyan! Cheers!
Cheers tayo dyan!
Cheers tayo, Trish! Alright, so guys, we're gonna be talking about more of these, alright? Just stay tuned to After Shift. We're gonna pause for some announcements. All right, welcome back to After Shift. We want to invite you guys to show or to watch our inspirational shows, starting with The Big Picture by Lloyd Luna, inspiring stories of notable personalities, Mondays, Fridays, 7 p.m. And we got Human Resources Management via the HR Hotline, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 12 noon. The Family Business is Everyone's Business, Saturdays, 4 p.m. Life Business and Success Stories on The Fort Project, Saturdays, 10 p.m. Dubai, 6 p.m. Philippine time. Beauty Beyond What Your Eyes Can See, Usapang Beauty, Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Time to hear positive stories from those who recovered, the COVID stories, Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. Life Purpose and Turnaround Stories, U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Build and Own a Property, The Home Buyer, Mondays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Laugh and Learn from the Puppetry or Arts Around the World, The Puppet Stories, Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace, an online night bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m.
Know Your Rights and the Basic Law, YOLAW, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Learn about money and more, Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Philippines and 5:30 a.m. USA. Two leaders in one platform, TNC The Talk streams every Mondays at 12 noon. Strategize and win in life through Win Within, Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Kids Dream, Achieve, Nurture, and Inspire. Watch the Danny Art Show, Fridays at 5:30 p.m. Learn together across borders, foreign affairs, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Because health is wealth, Healthline streams every Wednesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Celebrate Women at Work, 9 a.m. Saturdays. Always Have an Awesome Day streams every Mondays at 2:30 p.m. Cybernex empowers people and companies to be secured in the digital world, streams every Wednesdays at 12 noon. Know the emerging technology shaping our future. TechU streams every Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Learn and know more about market leaders on Tuesdays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Having a well home brings you a well life. Streams every Tuesdays and Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Catch also our TNC original shows, One Day, a live storytelling, alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple Manansala. A show where we talk to you, our valued audience. So more upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. So please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you see the new you.
Yung alcohol yata natin, Trisha. Medyo matindi na.
Friday, lagi ako nabubulo.
Okay lang yan. But definitely, guys, if you enjoy watching us, please follow After_Shift. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. Again, After_Shift. Plus, of course, Instagram. Meron din kami Instagram account. After_Shift. All right. Back to the topic at hand, Dating 101. We are incorporating the before pandemic and the after pandemic situations. And one thing that I want to mention before we jump to the final stage, Trish, is that during the third stage... Sure. Sorry. Go.
Let's go back to the comments. No? Ang daming kong nababasa kaninang mga interesting comments from our viewers.
Sure. Let's see the comment section. Go ahead. Kimberly Ann says, cheers, Trisha. Montemayor, haha, alarm. Alarm mo yan, sis. Love you. Good evening to all. Ay, alam pala yata yun. Alarm. Okay, thank you, Kimberly. Sorry naman. Maliit yung basa ko. But alarm mo na daw yan, Trisha. Yan. You look pretty, Trisha. Keep it up. I like both of you tonight. Nice topic here. Thank you, Kimberly, for being part of the show.
Thank you,
Ayan, sabi ni Ingrid, ayan, naging kami ng BF ko during this pandemic. We got to know each other well since we spend more time together. No time with friends, kami lang lagi magkasama. I appreciate his effort so much. Hatid sundo ako sa office, but maybe pandemic or not, if it's meant to be, it will be. True love wins.
Right. Diba?
Nice one,
Galing.
Ingrid.
Ay, alam mo, sabi nga nila, meron daw kasi yung tinatawag na divine timing, na regardless kung ano yung situation, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. So inaantay ko lang talaga yan na may mangyari ganyan para sa akin.
Whatever the cost, whatever it takes, if it's going to happen, it's gonna be happening.
Correct.
Tama, Ingrid? So, tama. Talagang sobrang agree kami dyan. Sabi ni Angelica, Trisha lang malakas. Talagang malakas na malakas. Ubod malakas. Yeah. Sabi ni King, you'll know cause you get tired of your vices. Even the little things would tick you off. Hence, if real love is there, it won't matter. Because every single day, you'll choose to stay. Being in a relationship is a constant work, or is constant work. It is a choice. I totally agree, bro.
I agree. Diba?
Pag when we talk about love, regardless kung before pandemic, during the pandemic, basta pag love na pinag-uusapan natin, we set everything aside. We become selfless. Okay? We always think about the person. It is a choice to love. Hindi mo pwedeng sisihin na, nagmahal lang naman ako eh. Hindi choice mong magmahal. You chose to love. It exerts a lot of effort, a lot of time, and love is love. Talagang ikaw ang namili niyan. Walang pumili niyan para sa'yo. Okay, na magmahal.
Correct.
Ramdam na ramdam ko ang pighati mo dito sa Cavite, Tricia. Air hug. Lakas hugot mo,
Okay. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, Maki, yan ay mga, I just heard it from friends, sharing their stories. So, yun. Angelica Binoy, enlightenment stage. Ito ang stage kung saan nagiging ghosts ang ibang tao.
Uy, Angelica, I really agree because this will now lead me to if I were to summarize the third stage, this is normally where either the guy or the girl would ask, where are we headed? Ito na yun. Kasi it will actually lead to the last stage kung sabihin nyo pareho na, yeah, sure, we're gonna go, we're gonna proceed with this. I love you, you love me. We can go up the next stage, and that next stage is commitment and engagement. Pero tama ka, Angelica, pagka tinanong ka na nung question na where are we headed, ako uwi lang ako sa bahay, ikaw, saan ka? Yun na, wala na. It's over. Iba kasi naglalaro lang talaga. Yung iba would just like to enjoy. And a lot of people are, not ready for that next stage or that next level of relationship. Yung iba talaga gusto lang magsaya. Trish, ikaw, what's your take on this one? Do girls normally ask the question where are we headed, or is it equal also sa guys? Parang pareho lang tayong nagtatanungan ng ganitong question on this particular stage. Sabi kasi girls daw mas nagtatanong eh.
Ako sa tingin ko again, this is just my opinion. Yes. I think most girls would always think of that kasi kami when we get into a relationship, feeling namin yun na yun eh. And and also kasi if you're a woman, 'di ba? Kung if you want to be with this person, gusto mo rin syempre magkaanak, and we know naman that medyo mahirap na if you're in the, let's say, late 30s, 'di ba, na so doon na yun dapat papunta eh. So kung wala kang plano, I don't want to waste my time, 'di ba, being with you. If you don't have any plans of, not necessarily getting married kasi may iba na hindi naniniwala sa marriage eh. But ano yung magiging life natin together? What's our future? So dapat at that point, siguro if you've been in a 5-year relationship, siguro yun na yung next stage na I don't want to say na dapat merong specific na period but dapat may plans kayo on what you want for the next stage of your lives together.
Yeah. Stereotype answer for this question, where are you headed, is, bakit? Papakasal na ba tayo? Kasal na ba tayo? Doon pa
normally, guys ang nag-iisip na ganyan, Chino.
Yeah, that's why I said stereotype answer to this question is that.
Ng mga lalaki, right?
Marriage na ba? Oo. Kaya a lot of people would end up what? Or a lot of guys, rather, would end up what? Disappearing, just like what Angelica said. Kasi nga, parang pag yung marriage na, yung M word na ang pinag-uusapan dito, it's obviously in relation to the fourth stage, which is commitment and engagement. Because at this stage, alam mo na yung the good and the bad of the person, right? Alam mo na yung alam mo na yung lahat ng pwede mong malaman about this person. Pwedeng meron ka pang hindi alam, meron ka palang malalaman, ma-uncover, but majority of the things that you need to know about this person for you to say, yes, I want to stay committed to this person. I want to engage myself with this person for the rest of my life. Then let's go, let's do it. Pero Trish, may tanong ako. Itong fourth stage ba na to? This fourth stage, can it lead to sorry, I'm talking about dating Can in the pandemic, in the online world, the cyber world, pwede bang umabot sa fourth stage? Pwede ba tayong nagde-date lang tayo online? Or potentially, baka nga LDR, no? Can it lead to commitment and potentially engagement in marriage? I mean, I'm a little confused about that. I mean, paano ba? Paano kaya mangyayari yun?
For me, based on some of the people I know, it can lead to that. Especially, 'di ba, if yun nga yung sinasabi, dapat may plan ka.
Yes.
If you've met the person online, ano yung next stage? Or maybe kung LDR kayo, 'di ba? Lagi dapat may plan 'yan. So, what's the next stage? Ako ba ang pupunta doon or you will be going here? Kasi you don't want to be stuck in the same situation. And medyo frustrating din kasi yon, Chino, na you don't know where you stand in each other's lives. So, okay, so we are in a relationship, pero what's the next stage for us? Ano yung next na plan natin? Because I've been in a relationship we're in. Yeah, we've been together for 5 years, pero what's the next plan ahead? And yun yung na-realize ko after the breakup is, ano ba yung gusto ko? Ano ba yung gusto kong mangyari sa buhay ko na, na gusto kong ma-achieve on my own. Siguro yun din, and if you want to achieve something with your partner, kaya natutuwa ko dun sa mga, yung mga couples na they met online, tapos ngayon, they are already engaged, they're starting a family, or yung iba, they are putting their own business, di ba? Yung mga gano'n na may life goals, may life goal kayo as a couple, di ba? Ikaw ba, Chino? What do you think?
Yeah, my thoughts about it is that the both of you would really have to exert a lot of effort when it comes to building this relationship. If you wanna go and reach the finish line, which is sa altar din ang bagsak, right? You really have to put in a lot of time and effort. Kailangan mag-effort ka to be known by your partner. And that goes vice versa too. Kailangan magpakilala ka din talaga completely sa partner mo. Hindi pa pwede yung goody-goody lang. Hindi pa pwede second stage lang tayo, which is dating, masaya lahat, all is good and all is well. Hindi pa pwede. You have to be real. You have to be true to your partner. Kailangan yan, effort talaga, matinding effort. And remember, I'm not sure if you remember, Trish, but in one of our episodes, I mentioned about quality over quantity and not the other way around.
Right.
A lot of people stick on or hang on because matagal na sila, wala nang mababago, kaya since matagal, hang on na lang. No, like I said, love is a choice. Nasa sayo ang huling yes pagdating sa kung ano mangyayari sa'yo when it comes to your relationship. So kung ikaw, gusto mo talagang humaba itong relationship na to, gusto mo magtagal, exert a lot of effort. It has to have pure quality in terms of the relationship as compared to just parang you're just tagging along, going along with the flow. Hindi pa pwede yan. Quality talagang pinaka-importante. Kailangan nag-uusap kayo, kailangan sobrang matinding effort talaga. If you notice, kung pinabanggit yung word na effort, kasi talaga namang effort, mahirap. It's not easy to be in a relationship, especially if you are really trying to gain the trust or earn the trust of your partner. Especially sa online world, Tricia, no? Kaya ako nabanggit yan kasi nga, hindi tayo aabot talaga sa stage 4, especially sa online, kung hindi natin inayos yung foundation natin as early as stage 1. Or even as stage 2. Sa stage 2 kasi, feeling ko, doon mo na malalaman kung tuloy ko ba to or hindi. Based on sa anong na-assess mo about the person.
Right.
Pero if marami ka nang nalalaman, nag-exert yung tao na makilala mo siya, then I believe there is an opportunity for you to go to stage 3 and eventually stage 4, regardless if it's online or not. Okay? So, your thoughts, Trish?
Ako lang, ito yung isa ultimate question ko, Chino, no, before we end the show. Let's ask this question. So, and also to our viewers, if you would like to answer this question, should we date even though there is a pandemic? What do you think, Chino?
The answer is yes. You can. But like I said, you have to be careful about the things that you're supposed to consider whenever you're going to put yourself in this situation online. Kasi this is about online dating for sure. Pag pinag-usapan natin yung pandemic, it's all online, it's all social media. So katulad ng mga sinabi natin kanina, we're in, tignan natin how legit the person is, tignan natin yung mga pictures, yung content ng social media account. Better to actually ask your friends. Yung mga irereto ng friends mo na friends din nila would be a much better choice over those na nakilala mo lang, nakita mo lang online or on social media. yung social media apps, hindi naman ako negative about dyan. Pero yun nga, you just really, really have to be careful. But if it can help you become a much better person, if it can inspire you, make you better overall, then yeah, sure, why not date? Okay lang naman mag-date eh. But you just really have to be careful. Really be careful.
Right. I agree with you on that, Chino. No? I mean, the pandemic shouldn't stop you from living your life, but you also need to be very careful. So sabi nga, take precautions, diba? If you really are into, meeting the person, or sabi nga diba, have a little siguro sacrifice at the meantime, diba? If you meet someone before the pandemic and you were going out, but syempre, take precautions because you wouldn't know you wouldn't know who has the virus. But siguro lang mag-mask, 'di ba? When you meet the person.
Face shield
I've read, 'di ba? And also think of, getting intimate before. Think of, precautions before getting intimate with someone. Maybe ask for a test muna just to make sure.
First question.
Always think about,
negative ka ba? First question. Negative ka ba? And then,
correct.
The last question siguro would be, at least ang question ko or gusto ko mapayo to everybody, to our viewers out there, is that let's be understanding and let's be patient. Maging patient tayo sa sitwasyon na to. Kasi lilipas din naman to eh. It's all about just really, having a lot of patience towards yourself. Alam ko marami sa atin ng init na talagang gustong-gusto ng makipagkita sa ating mga loved ones. Pero again, what's more important now is the health and safety of everybody. Okay? Kaya I'm not gonna say cheers to this pandemic because talagang ang hirap, pero I'm gonna say cheers to those people who would still want to continue on with their lives despite this pandemic. Cheers tayo, guys.
Cheers, right.
Cheers, Tricia. All right.
So this is another wonderful episode, Chino, ha?
Tapos na naman,
very
Trish.
enlightening.
Yep. Very enlightening.
Correct. Nakakatuwa yung mga comments ng ating mga viewers at the moment, diba? So keep on coming, diba? Even though this show has ended, share it with your friends and maybe they have some thoughts about it.
Follow nyo kami ni Tricia, by the way, on Instagram as well. Ako, ang handle ko is @ChinoAhorro. Tricia, ano nga ba yung handle mo? Hindi ko memorize. Tricia Tricia yan eh. Ayan.
On IG.
Tricia Tricia. Follow us, and so that you can also be updated with what's going on with us during this pandemic. All right. So, see you guys again on Wednesday for another episode of After Shift. For now, enjoy the weekend. Cheers to everybody. Talkers, signing out. Bye, guys.